Cold are the shores of Skyrim, with the breeze of the Sea of Ghosts tearing and grasping at you. One wonders what lies beyond the frozen horizon. But when the fog clears before your ship's bow, you will see the lonely isles of Roscrea, a rugged enclave where the dark forests hide twilight-bound secrets, and where the mountains sing of a time where dragons ruled the heavens. One might mistake it as a land without hope, bound to sink into the ocean from whence it once rose. But should you venture out and explore this land steeped in history, you can see Roscrea for what it truly is. A paradise, with an endless blue sky that hides beneath thick clouds, fertile grounds cushioned beneath a layer of snow, and tombs that invite the skulls to sing about their glory. As you leave the walled-off city of Craneshaw, the last outpost symbolizing the Empire's might, you will wander a land protected by the warriors of House White Bear. Taller than the Nords of Skyrim, the mighty Roscreans are the descendants of northern kings, the sons and daughters of Ros coming together under the banner of Frulthul, vowing that they will not be ruled by tyrants who think themselves gods. When the volcanic warmth of the south subsides and the air is filled with the smell of charcoal, mead and song, you know that your travels have brought you to Stonvaal, home to miners and mithril. Here, the earth opens up to reveal the precious minerals that have shaped the fate of the people and the land. Brave, yet greedy merchants seldom leave Craneshaw. But when they do, they travel to Stonvaal in search of a lucrative contract with the miners and craftsmen of this renowned settlement. However, this small settlement is so much more than the mithril it ships north and south. Among the extraordinary hide the common folk, with uncommon stories to tell. One of them is known across the land as the Old Dagnar, once a proud warrior and explorer. Retired, he is the proprietor of Hihn Trading, the local general store. After hearing of his restlessness, you couldn't help yourself, could you? Witnessing the glory of an old man who has spent decades in retirement surely is enticing. But some, like his wife, would rather see him spend his declining years peacefully. Perhaps it is better to not wake the slumbering dragon. Unearthed just a few weeks prior, Fierngrott has remained unexplored. The cowardly speak of old curses that were buried between the many corpses of this tomb, but others see it as an opportunity for glory. Despite the ancient right to plunder, most tombs and temples lie undisturbed. Ferocious as the Roscreans were in life, so are they in death, now unburdened by the weight of mortality. Among the many undead that walk these halls, many are said to have been monks, scholars, and warriors of the old faith, serving their draconic masters in life, and being condemned to guard their own tombs until the dragon wakes again to consume all. With the guardian of this tomb slain, the numerous grave goods and treasures that these people once held dear are yours for the taking. You shouldn't leave Dag waiting for too long. As the day comes to a close, you and Dagnar return to Stonvaal, alive. A great number of tombs are waiting for an adventurer to be uncovered on Roscrea. They hold secrets that were buried alongside the many corpses and monsters, secrets that can be learned and used by those who dare. But beware of the darkness of Roscrea. For every adventurer who returns, there are dozens who don't. Drawn in by the alluring words of the forest's lord, or the toll-taker who lives beneath the sea. Taken by the fangs of the snake as it slides across the starless skies. This tale is over, and they all lived happily ever after. However, the story of Beyond Skyrim, Roscrea is not done. We are still working tirelessly to open up the gates of Craneshaw to those willing to venture north. If you are interested in helping us for this large push, consider joining the team under beyondskyrim.org/join.